Hey team, hope you're having a good one. This is tomorrow's workout, Wednesday's workout. It's going to be a bodyweight Tabata. Should take you about 21 minutes to complete. I wanted to scale it back a bit. Obviously, I had a really hard workout today with the kettlebell, more sort of muscular endurance based. This is more maximal effort based over a shorter period of time. So we're going to be doing 1 minute max efforts, followed by 1 minute rest. Over 4 different exercises. So how that'll look, it's going to be 2 rounds of 1 minute max effort, followed by a 1 minute rest period. So hopefully you recover and you get to go again. And that's using, we're going for jumping squats, hand release push-ups, anchored sit-ups, and then burpees. Yeah, so 1 minute as hard as you can, as many reps as possible, jumping squats, rest for a minute. 1 minute maximal effort, hand release push-ups, and then rest for a minute. Same again with sit-ups and then with burpees. So only 4 exercises, only 4 minutes of work with a minute's rest in between each minute that you've worked. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, give me a shout if you need me to explain that. You're then going to rest for 5 minutes, and then you're going to go again on the second round. So 1 minute, hard as you can, jumping squats. 1 minute rest, 1 minute hard as you can, hand release push-ups, a minute rest, again sit-ups, and then burpees. Yeah. Make sure you count and record reps after each minute. So I have like my whiteboard here with a marker pen, and then after my minute of jumping squats, I just come over here and record my how many reps I got during my minute rest, obviously. And then when it's good to go, hand release push-ups, come and write my score again. Yeah. Your score, when you're logging it on Boxmate, will be the so jumping squats as an example. If I got, say, 60 reps on my first one, but then I only got 50 reps on my second one, my score would be 50 reps. Yeah. And you do that for all of the exercises. So it's your lowest recorded reps that you would then add all together, and you come up with a score of, say, 250 or something like that, or 200 or whatever it may be. So the idea there is that you're going to work hard on both rounds. So it's not going to be like you get amazing scores on your first round, but then maybe you take your foot off the gas for the second round. If you want a good score, you're going to have to keep going on that second round because it's your lowest recorded score that you're going to use, and then add all of them up, and then that's your score. The second part of the WOD is going to be a max effort 1 mile run or row. So I know some of you have got rowers at home. If you prefer not to run, you can just do the row indoors. Ideally, get to a park. If you go to Tilgate Park, I know a lap of the lake is approximately a mile. It's pretty much a mile. So you could start near the boathouse, hard as you can all the way around, finish at the boathouse, and then obviously that's your time. Bear in mind that we're going to do this again maybe in 2-3 months' time. So ideally use a kind of lap or an area that you're confident with and that you know you can use again, so that you can again just track any progress as you're getting faster. Yeah. Hope it all makes sense. Feel free to call me or message me if you're not sure about anything. Yeah, just about a timer. Let me show you what I'm using. It's called SmartWOD. I'll put a link on the Facebook page. So it looks like that when you open it up, and it's got, you can see various different kind of workout options. Hopefully that's clear. So you've got AMRAP for time, EMOMs, and Tabata. So for this one, I click on Tabata, and it gives you rounds, work, rest. So there's going to be 4 rounds because there's 4 exercises. So you can see there 4 rounds, and then work is going to be for a minute, max effort for a minute, as you can see there, and then rest is also going to be for a minute. Okay, so 4 rounds, work for a minute, rest for a minute. Now you're going to do obviously one of those. The way it records on here is a set, so you can add a set. So I know the way I've explained it is 2 rounds of 4 minutes of hard work, but just on the app it's called a set. Okay, sorry for the confusion. So it's going to be 2 sets, as you can see there, and the rest period is 5 minutes. So it should look like that. Okay, so what that'll do for you is when you press start, it'll, you know, count down from 10. You work hard for a minute, it'll beep. When it comes up to the end of your minute, you can stop. It'll then count your rest period, and then as it comes up to the end of your rest period, it'll start beeping again, and you can go again for your work. And then at the end of the 4 minutes of work, 4 minutes rest, yeah, it'll then time 5 minutes of rest for you, and then as it gets to the end of that 5 minutes, it'll start beeping again, and then it'll take you into that that second set / round. Yeah. I like using this kind of stuff because it just takes the guesswork out from using a standard timer. You know, maybe you go make yourself a cup of coffee, get caught up on Facebook, and then the 5 minutes rest turns into 8 minutes, and you kind of lose the impetus of the workout. So the 5 minutes is there as a kind of recovery mechanism after your maximal efforts, just to replenish all your kind of creatine, phosphate, allow your body time to get rid of any lactate buildup in your muscles. Yeah, all that good stuff. So, right, just a quick one for movement standards. Okay, jumping squats. The reason why it's not an air squat, guys, is I really want you to force your hips forward, and bringing them forward should make you jump in the air. So I'm not looking for a really high jump. I just want your feet to come off the ground. Doesn't matter how high, but it's more about that that acceleration of your hips as it comes through. It should bring your body off the ground. So that looks like so. As you can see, I'm not trying to jump really high. I'm just forcefully standing up and accelerating my hips powerfully forward, and that's bringing my body off the ground. So it's really important with a lot of our lifting, you know, kettlebell, dumbbell, particularly the barbell stuff, when you're going heavy. So I'll just show you that again. So as I come down, hips come below knee, and as I come up, I'm forcefully going to drive my hips forward, and that's going to bring my body off the ground. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. If we're just doing air squats, I'd kind of be stopping you from that forceful motion, and I don't want to do that. I really want you to get some good speed, try and get some high reps over that minute. Hand release push-ups, same as Monday. So you get your chest to the ground, hand release. I just tense my body, so I'm squeezing my glutes, my thighs, sucking my belly button in, so I'm nice and straight. So when I push up, I'm not going to end up snaking like so. It's a good, decent push-up, good range of motion, straight body all the way up. So from the front, guys, so happy for you to splay your elbows out so they're not close in. Get that 90-degree angle on your wrist to your elbow, tense my body, and I come up, okay? So scaling variation, you can use your knees or use a raised surface. Obviously with the raised surface, you're not going to be able to bring your hands off the ground because you'll face plant the wall or whatever you're using, so you can just rep it out. But again, make sure you've got that 90-degree bend in your wrist to your elbow. Yeah, when you're recording this on BoxMate, just make sure you're stating the movements that you chose to use, just so you can track progress later on. Yeah. Okay, sit-ups anchored. So, got my dumbbell here. It's your choice if you want to anchor both feet. You can kind of do that with one dumbbell. I'm just going to use one. So I'm going to get a slight bend in my knee. Actually, I want you to try and get your bum as close to your heels as you can, like so. And what I want you to do is you're going to bang both elbows on the ground and then come up, touch your knees, touch your knee, touch your knee. So elbows come back, hit the ground. As you come up, you touch the top of your knee, okay? Just again, 1, 2, 3. That's the movement standard. Make that easier, you could just do like half sits. So that's just coming up halfway and back down again, halfway, back down again. So guys, you can notice my hands aren't coming away from my head, so you can move your fingers along the side of your head, but don't let your hands come away. Yeah. And that's with all our sit-up variations. Keep your hand on your head. Okay. Obviously, don't interlock your fingers on the back of your head. You're just going to strain your neck. As your abs get tired, you're going to start maybe pulling pulling your neck away from your body. Will be good for you. Yeah, if the half sit-ups aren't working for you, you can just do little leg raises. So hand underneath your bum, chin in your chest, shoulders forward, and then just raise it up, sort of 45 degrees, up and down, point your toes, all that good stuff. Okay, burpees. So standard variation, hands come down, I kick out, chest to ground, can snake up, and then full extension. So I jump off the ground, full extension of my arms, none of this bending over, you know, sort of weird stuff. Nice full extension, and then, you know, continue reps. Scaling version, hands come down, step out, step back, stand. Or if you want to kick out but then stand back up, that's fine. Or if you want to stand back out, kick up, I don't mind. The key is just record whatever movement you're going to do on BoxMate so that you can map your progress. Yeah. Then you rest for 5 minutes and you go again. And then don't worry about rest periods and stuff for the second part of the workout with the maximal effort. 1 mile run, row. Just do that as and when. If you are going to do it straight after the workout, again, rest 5 minutes. But if you want to split it up and do one half in the morning, other half in the evening, when I say the other half, I mean the mile run or row, you know, that's good too. You might find you've got a better recovery and a better time if you do it in the afternoon, but completely your call. You can do either or. Okay. Yeah. Once again, please call me or message me if you're having any dramas with this. But yeah, essentially only 8 minutes of hard work for the first part of the workout, and plenty of rest. And obviously the mile run or row should take you, you know, if you're a really good runner, you know, maybe, you know, 4.5, 5 minutes, up to 6 minutes to get on the rower. 6 minutes, you know, hopefully shouldn't take you more than 10. But if it does, it does. Don't worry about it. We're all going to start somewhere, and I keep saying, you know, sort of it's all about progression without perfection. You know, as long as you're moving forward, that's the important bit. Okay, guys. Yeah, have a good one. Speak to you soon.